None of us are failures. You're not a failure, you're a work in progress. There may have been many times in your life when you've told yourself you're a failure, or other people in your life have said so, but that's just not true. Even if you have failed at something in life, that doesn't make you a failure. That makes you someone who gives a damn. You're someone who's tried, and someone who's tried and failed is way better than someone who didn't have the guts to even try in the first place, which are probably the same people who are calling you a failure. They are the ones who are too cowardly to even try, and because they've seen that you've given it a try and you actually, have taken a chance on yourself, they hate that because you've done something that they can't even do. So then they speak down on you because they know that you're better than them, even if you did fail on that attempt. And believe me, even if it didn't work out on that first attempt or them first 10 attempts, that doesn't mean you can't do it. Every attempt, every time you try, it's a learning process. It's a step towards success. It's a step further up that mountain that you're attempting to climb. You can't climb a whole mountain with just one step, as well as you can't achieve success with just one attempt. It's a process, a journey. It isn't just like one step and then you're there, or 10 steps and then you're there, maybe 100, 1,000 steps. But you have to keep taking them every single time and keep going. You will get to the top of that mountain. You will get that success you're looking for, or that goal that you're trying to achieve, which you wouldn't have got if you stopped on the 10th try because you just thought you were a failure and you thought you weren't good enough. But you were, you just didn't keep going. You didn't believe in yourself to keep going enough. You have to just keep believing and keep going, keep making them steps, no matter how bad you feel every time. And when you've seen people who've succeeded in the past, I can tell you right now, they did not get there on their first attempt, on their first try. Even if it seems that way, it's not the truth. It just makes you think that, like seeing them and how successful they are, how much they've done, but they took the journey to get there. They've already taken the journey, but you just haven't seen that journey. Or maybe you have, maybe forgotten that you also have to take your own journey to get to that end, to get to that final destination. But even them people, they aren't at the final destination. You keep moving the goalposts. You get to a certain part and you're like, but then I want to get this thing and I want to get this higher thing or this higher goal. And you keep thinking, oh, I'm a failure, oh, I'm a failure. No, you're making it harder to actually achieve, because when you do achieve it, you think it's not enough. You, whoever is watching, you aren't a failure. If after that failed attempt, you got back up and tried again, then you aren't a failure. You're someone who wants to succeed. If you keep getting back up to try, even if you don't think you can do it and you don't believe in yourself, then that's still good. That's still good enough. Still making that try and thinking, oh, I'm still not good enough, but I just want to keep going. On the way, you will get better and better. You can't just be the best at whatever skill or talent or job or whatever. You can't perfect it like at the start, at the beginning. Over that journey, you perfect it. And the journey is the most important thing, not getting to that ending, that whole middle part. Like, say like a movie, right? You think it's all about getting from that start to the ending. No. Imagine if there was no middle to that movie. That middle part of that movie, that's what makes everything mean something. It gives it meaning. Because then if you don't have that, you don't have the context of what's going on. And think about that the same way in your life. This journey, that's that middle part. You had the beginning when you were born and the ending when you die or when you succeed, and then you finally at the top of the fucking world or whatever. No, but you need that middle bit in your life, that whole journey to go along for it to all have meaning. You're learning along the way, growing, adapting, becoming better at whatever you want to get better at. The only time when you truly are a failure is when you actually give up. When you in your head decide that you can't do it, even if you can. True failure is when you stop trying to succeed. So that's why you should just never ever give up. No matter what happens. No matter how many times you get knocked down, get back up every single goddamn time. That's what you need to do. Getting knocked down or failing on that attempt, it's not the end. It's an opportunity to learn and grow, and maybe that failure will bring you to succeed. All these failures, the more you fail, the more you learn, and the better you'll get, and the higher, you'll get to that point so much faster than if you just don't learn from these mistakes and these errors and whatever you do. That's why those failures are even there, for you to get better and actually get to that point. You have to learn from your mistakes and try again. Try so much that you have no energy left in your entire body. And then when you get it back, do it all over again. There's been many points in my life where I've given up on a goal or something I want to achieve or learn. I gave up because I wasn't seeing any results. Because I kept trying and making those attempts, and I felt like I just wasn't making it anywhere near those goalposts that I'd set for myself. But that's because I wasn't learning from my mistakes. Every time it knocked me down a peg, every time I'm like, no, I can't do this, I really can't do this. Do you know what I mean? It gets worse and worse and worse. You're like, but that shouldn't be the way it goes. It should be from what happened there, you learn from that, grow from it, and then keep going. And yeah, you'll fail even more along the way, and that's part of the journey. Part of the journey is failing. You know, it's the core of success to fail. I wasn't hitting these high, unrealistic standards that I'd set for myself. I thought I'd given it a good go and not succeeded, so I gave up and I moved on. That was fair, right? I'd tried enough, right? I'd given it my best shot and didn't reach success, so I gave up. Completely understandable, am I right? If you're shouting wrong at the screen and that I was stupid, then I'm proud. And you're absolutely completely right. Of course I hadn't bloody tried enough. I was kidding myself. If I'd actually tried enough, then I would have succeeded. If I had actually put my all into it and given it my best shot, then I wouldn't have ended up giving up, because I would have kept on going. But because I stopped believing in myself and I thought I was a failure, then I gave up. You know, I still had so much effort left to put into that thing that I was passionate about and that I was trying to, you know, achieve or do. We always want to see the results in life. We feel like we have to see it to actually believe it, to believe that we can actually succeed and that it's not just a vivid dream or a pipe dream. But that's not the way it should be. We should believe it enough to then see it. It's like, think about when you used to believe in Santa Claus. Like, you believed in him so much that you could almost see him. You could almost like imagine him going down the stairs and putting the presents there. But that's because you believed in it so much that you made it real. So then you can't see it unless you actually believe to the point that you can. We should believe in ourselves so much to the point that seeing it, that achieving that success is inevitable. That it's just a fact. Sometimes we feel we've spent enough time, enough energy on something and not seeing success that we believe we've actually failed. But that is just a complete and utter lie. That's codswallop if I say so myself. See, you haven't failed. You aren't a failure. You're just still on the path to succeeding, to becoming someone who accomplishes their goals, no matter how long it may take or what it may take to get there. There's no set time limit for how long it takes for you to get there either. It could take a week, months, years, maybe even many years. But if you keep going and never stop and never give up, then you will succeed. You will get there. That path you take, whatever it may be, it will be a hard one and it will be a long one. That sounds kind of weird, but don't take it out of context, please. Yet if you continue down that path the whole way, then I promise you, it will be worth the journey. Keep working, keep trying, keep attempting, keep doing, and just keep going. Remember, every fail is just another step forwards. It's a learning experience. It's to help you be better and to see what you were doing wrong to then do it right on the next attempt. Just try until you actually succeed. That's the only way you will ever get there. You watching right now, you aren't a failure. You're just someone on the road to success. So keep going. Keep on that yellow brick road and you'll get to the Emerald City. I've been Ramos. I hope you enjoyed that video and learned from it. I love you all. See you in the next one.